worst case scenario happened. One of our helicopters is down. Get to the wreckage ASAP and take out the SAM site before they get anyone else. I'll see if I can get a hold of the pilot.
What's up, guys? This is Muddvain, bringing you another video. This is a Falcon Lost on Heroic. This is after the 1.3 release. As you can see, this is actually our third attempt, I believe, and the same guys, randoms actually all stayed, so we kept hanging in there and just kept pushing, and we finally got this one. Had a couple close calls, but all in all, did pretty good. The idea behind this bottom left, from my experience, is you need at least 2 high-end tactician builds. It doesn't have to be a full set of 4 tacticians, but you need a 35 plus at least in your skill power. And then you need, to make it easy, somebody with a shotgun and sentry call so they can mark stuff. Really simple. Mark these guys. And it just goes so much quicker when you got one. We didn't have one here. We didn't have a reclaimer here either. If you had either one of those, it would have made this so much easier. But we did do it. My DPS, as you'll see in the video, I sped the video up on the first 30 minutes because it was so long. And I know you guys don't want to sit here and watch some 50-minute video of some guy hunkered down in this bottom left corner. I may actually cut out a little more. We'll see how long the end of the video actually ends up and how long I can talk here. Excuse me. But as you can see, actually, yeah, we did have it looks like we might have had a sentry called. I guess he just wasn't using shotgun, he was using a sniper. But anyways, the best place, honestly, for speed, in my opinion, is going to be down in the trenches still, on the far left side. Eventually, you may have to switch and go to the right side to kill a few of the extra guys that are hiding out in the bottom or hiding out in the tops, whatever. But this bottom left corner is an easy build. If you have the right builds with you, it's so easy to go through. This took us about an hour, I believe, which Falcon Lost on challenging or heroic is a just constant. I mean, it drags on so bad, and that's why it's so hard to want to go through. But in the end, you'll see at the end of this video, I got some pretty good gear. I think I got two of the 268s, and it's definitely worth it if you're farming for that tactician build or you're farming for the sentry call build. I know the underground has gotten a lot better than it used to be. Supposedly. I personally haven't had that experience, but maybe other people can chime in the comments and tell me what they think, to them. But I don't know, it hasn't done anything for me. I have 3 different characters, and I worked all 3 of them in the underground up to level 15, I think, and then one of them is almost level 30, I believe. But other than that, I just felt like it wasn't worth it. It took a lot of time, and it took a lot of just grinding once again. The underground is really cool. I know they talked about all these different missions and how you'll never play the same thing twice unless you just play it 24/7. Well, as most of my friends know, I do play a lot. I would say minimum 4, 5, 6 hours a day. Now, when Underground first came out, we were grinding Underground pretty hard. I eventually moved on, and I enjoy the incursions. I try to farm incursions. Dragon's Nest was pretty cool when it first came out, and it was fun to do with a group of friends and stuff. But just grinding. That's all this game is, man. And then once you get everything set up, here we got another update coming. Another month? I mean, I don't know. It's one of those RPGs, which I'm not a huge fan of, anyways. As you know, as most of you already know, I'm a Ghost Recon Future Soldier fanatic. That's Ghost Recon series has been my #1. love Tom Clancy as a whole, so I try to buy and support and play, and I give most games at least a good several times playing, and I enjoy the crap out of this game. It's fun to play. It's fun to get on and group up and go run the DZ, even though the DZ is a little extreme right now. But overall, I mean, the game is great. I enjoy it. There's definitely some problems, like Sentry and Shotgun in PvP. PvE, I could care less what happens or who uses what or whatever, but it's definitely that's another story for another time. But anyways, y'all just check out this video. Let me know what you think. If y'all want to see more content like this, or do I need to move into something else? I've actually got a DZ video coming up I'm going to be working on here shortly, hopefully either tonight or within the next week or so, be able to get that out to y'all. Got a little bit. My recorder wasn't working for about half of the evening, and then it started working at the end for some reason, and so I got the last part of us going rogue, and then some sentry call shotgunners coming around, and so I'll get that and try to get that out to y'all and let y'all see what my DZ fun has been like. As of right now, that's about all I got. I'm thinking, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the DZ. I'll get the DZ out for y'all. You guys, that'd probably be more entertaining than watching somebody else do another grueling video on how to do this crap. Everybody kind of knows and has the general idea of how to do this, so I'm not gonna sit here and explain it, but I will make a few points. Make sure you got somebody with high tactician skills so that you can run a good smart cover. If you notice, we have two of the same smart covers, kind of dumb. I prefer to have one of each, but anyways. And then a good pulse, somebody that has a good 70 plus damage increase for their pulse. Preferably somebody that's running blind, two-piece blind. And then I also prefer to have somebody, at least one guy running an immunizer, and maybe even another guy running an ammo box. Just kind of depends on how your team's set up and how everybody's skills stack up and how everybody's health is versus DPS and stuff like that. Because you do need at least one good DPS killer that can go in and knock out those targets for you. Because otherwise, this will be even longer and slower than the 40 minutes that it took us to do this. I'm sure there's other guys that have done it way faster, and if we practiced with the team and did the same thing over and over and grinded, I'm sure we could get better and get a little more proficient and efficient with our numbers, but on time-wise anyways. But anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.